love of Reborns 13 here. And I'm here with Mr. Liam. He is my Marcus Sculpt by AK Kitagawa, and he is helping me today do a tag video. So over on Raendom Reborns page, she posted a video that was a would you rather tag. And she posted 3 questions for anybody who wanted to kind of tag back and answer these questions as well could. So definitely, guys, Raendom Reborns, check her out. She's an awesome person, has an amazing channel. So I decided to partake in actually like kind of my first official tag video. I mean, I've done videos where I've worked off topics or kind of talked about same things as others, and I've tagged those YouTubers to those videos. But this is the first time I believe that I've ever actually done like a specific tag video, like when it's labeled tag video. So I'm really excited. So anyway, she's 3 awesome questions. While I'm going to be answering those, hopefully I can multitask. I'm putting Mr. Liam in a new outfit since the weather's getting nicer. I just grabbed him something really cute. So these are just simple little khaki kind of, a little darker than khaki pants, but they're Green Animals from Walmart, 0 to 3 month, super cute. I used to always, when my kids were little, I used to always get them a lot of Green Animals because, let's be honest, babies spit up and make messes, and I love that brand actually. So yeah, so I got him some, but I used to always go because you get such great deals on the Green Animals, so it was awesome. And I was a young mommy, so but anyway, and then this was a shirt that I bought on an Instagram sale. It's a really cute yellow, has this adorable little pocket. Let me get that in the camera correctly. Look at that, it's actually a little working pocket. That's got a little blue and brighter car and a street light, and that is by Koala Baby, and it's also a 0 to 3 months, so he's a 0 to 3 month boy. All right, so let me get him positioned to get changed here. I'm gonna kind of try and change him. I don't like him that angle. Stand by. We'll go in this angle. I think that's good. And let's see if I can get him to kind of look at you guys. There we go. All right. And what I think I'm going to do real quick, just because he's looking a little, 1 second. I'm going to take this blanket. I should have grabbed that pillow. Okay, there we go. How is he looking? That's a little better. He looks a little more comfy now. Okay. All right. So anyway, the first question is, would you rather be trying out a new role play thing with your doll that you're not really sure you're comfortable with doing yet and have an extended family member walk in on you in your house, or be out in public with your reborn in like a stroller or a car seat and have a colleague or an acquaintance recognize you and come over to see what you're doing? So I'm kind of like, I'm slimming down the question a bit, but so basically, would you rather be trying something new with the doll, like maybe a bottle feeding thing, or I don't know, some kind of role play thing, like changing the outfit, or just something that you don't normally do, a bath time thing or whatever, and you're trying it out at home and you have family that's out of town visiting, extended family, come in and happen to walk in on you doing this? Or would you rather be out and about and have a colleague or an acquaintance recognize you while you're with your doll? That's a tricky one for me. So that's hard because when it comes to role play, my role play with my dolls is basically holding my dolls and changing them. So I don't necessarily, and I take photos. I have taken photos of where I'm like, feeding them a bottle or whatever. Not often, actually. I'm just kind of starting to do that now. So I guess that right there, would be kind of hard for me, like to have somebody walk in on me doing a role play, because my role play I feel like is pretty basic. But I'll take the bottle feeding one. So like if somebody walked in on me bottle feeding, because having the bottle actually look like milk and stuff, like that would be something that is newer for me. Can we see I could see the print a little bit of that onesie. That's an actual onesie my brother and sister-in-law made for my daughter when she was a baby and had it custom made to say Star Wars, so he now always wears it. So it's just like a thing. I just keep it on him. But I'm gonna say, versus having a colleague see me, I'm probably gonna go with, I would rather have a family member walk in on me. Just because I think with family, you can kind of, depending on how the family is, they're family, right? Where I feel like if it's acquaintances, and definitely like in my town, pretty much everybody knows everybody. So it's a big town, but it's still kind of that small town like feeling too. So I would prefer to keep it kind of still in my family of knowledge versus acquaintances. I know that's weird, but that's just how I feel about it. So yeah, I would rather it go that way. So, okay, would you rather have your favorite baby that you will never part with, but who cannot be disassembled, meaning can't be repaired, lose all of their hair on the back of their head, or lose the paint on their fingers? Okay, so would I rather have my favorite all-time baby that I cannot replace and I cannot disassemble and fix, have all of its hair in the back of the head gone, or lose the paint on the fingertips? This is going to sound weird, but I'm going to go with the hair on the back of the head. Now, I know, like, there's things you can do with the hands, right? I mean, they have the onesies that cover the hands, like cover the fingertips. You can get the baby mitts, right? When I had my kids, they used to scratch themselves out like most infants do, right? Like, that's the thing. That's why they have those onesies and the mitts. But I really, I couldn't stand the baby mitts because my kids would just chuck them off. Like, they would fall off right away. And I'd have to constantly pick them up. So I hated those. I like the onesies with the hand thing, but... So, I didn't use them a lot, but both of my kids, especially my son, they went through this... Oh, look how cute he looks. They went through that, like, really big balding phase when they were getting a little bit older, after like about 3-4 months or so. Especially my son, he had like a really bald back of the head. So I feel like if it was a reborn, I would prefer... I'm gonna fix my camera a bit. I would prefer that because I guess for me it would feel maybe a little more realistic, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think for me, I would prefer it if it's my favorite doll and something has to happen to it and I can't get it fixed. I would prefer the hair because then I can still style it a certain way, or I can't get him to be in the right position. Or, what am I trying to say? I'm sorry, it's so hard to do this and multitask. Yeah, I would rather it be the hair because then I could restyle it, or it would mimic how my kids were versus the paint on the hands. All right, and here is Mr. Liam. How's he look, guys? Look pretty cute. He's about ready to go outside and play. All right, and the last question. And by the way, it's so much harder to answer questions and change a doll than it looks. Okay, question 3. Would you rather have a sculpt that you kind of like reborn by your all-time out-of-reach artist, or would you rather have your all-time favorite long sold-out kit reborn by an artist that you think is pretty good? All right, so this actually happened to me with him. Not him specifically, but this sculpt. I really wanted the Marcus sculpt. It was already sold out. It was very hard to get your hands on it. I mean, you were lucky if you could find any on eBay, and even then they'd fly out the door. So I found a person who did have a blank kit and who was going to reborn it for me. And I went ahead with it. But the artistry that they had for their dolls, it just wasn't my preference. Not that they're a bad artist, it just wasn't fitting the things that I look for in reborns. It just wasn't my taste. So that was kind of nerve-wracking, but I figured, I can't get the sculpt any other way, so I'm going to have to do that. And then I stopped myself from doing it. I kind of went, you know what? No. And they had something come up where they had to stop, but I was like, I'm not going to just settle on the doll just because it's that kit. So I had, kind of said, no, thank you. They hadn't even finished the doll yet. And it was more that, it wasn't like what am I trying to say? like a reserved. It was kind of just us talking, and it was already going to be reborn kind of thing. But I decided to pull out of that, and then I figured I'm not going to get a Marcus. And then my good buddy put hers up for sale, and he was exactly the vision I wanted, and so I grabbed him. So yeah, for me, I would definitely rather have a sculpt that that I kind of like by a really amazing artist that I'm really looking for and their work and all of that, versus my favorite kit from an okay artist. So, and like a sold out kit. All right, so guys, that's about it. So here is Mr. Liam kind of chilling out. Sorry, I got really still there for a second. So there he is, looking all dapper. He's got such pretty eyes too. So pretty. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining, and stay tuned for more, and I will see you guys later. Bye.